All right, so we have about 48 hours left here in Tokyo, Japan. Well, here more specifically, we're about 90 minutes outside of Tokyo. And if you go driving around the city, you'll see a bunch of shops like this, just building drift cars for locals. This is one of those shops, but it's not a shop I just randomly stumbled upon. You kind of have to have an in, and I don't speak Japanese. This shop we're at today, it's a little bit different. So 6 years ago was my first time in Japan. You guys might remember that series. I met up with a guy named Danny. I met him through our friend Kino, who I filmed a video with at the time, and our friend Keenan, his Supra was there at the time. Now, since then I've met Keenan, and he's brought us to Danny's new shop where he's building a bunch of drift cars for the locals. So we're just gonna poke around and kind of see what he's working on. I wanna figure out kind of what the tuning trends are here in the drift world, if they're any different to what people are doing in North America. And I think there might be a couple of surprises, hidden gems around here. So let's just look around. Okay, we'll get to the GTT in a second. But what the hell is this? This, you guys, is awaiting a Bozuzoku build. That's exactly what this is waiting for. Silver Altezza, of course, a staple in the tuning world. I'm not sure if that's an RS200. Of course, if you guys know Altezzas, you know that we did not get the RS200 in North America, and that came with the Beams inline 4 high revving engine. Here we go, GTT. You would think it's a GTR, but you can clearly tell this has just over fenders cut on there. Not cut on there, put on there. GTR wing on the back, rotiforms. Yeah, those don't fit this car particularly, but I'll try to keep my opinions to myself. Good looking car though. I don't know, the market for R34 GTRs and GTTs right now is they're kind of in a weird spot. GTRs have kind of plateaued a little bit, and then of course a rising tide lifts all ships, and that's what's been happening for the past couple of years with the GTT since it's become US legal. But I'm seeing people asking like $70,000, $80,000 for a GTT. That is not an $80,000 driving experience. Much like we talked to Jesse Awuji in LA a few months ago, and he's like, I don't really think the R34 GTR is a $250,000 driving experience. And you kind of have to ask yourself the same question when it comes to a GTT. 40,000, 50,000? Yeah, maybe it's a fun rear wheel drive turbo Skyline right below the GTR. There's a gap there, but it's right below. How much are you willing to pay? For me, it's a $50,000 driving experience. Anything more might be a stretch. Or you just have to be the right person. If it's your dream car, you're gonna pay whatever. You're gonna pay whatever it takes. And the same could be said about an S15 Silvia Spec R, especially in this like banana yellow. Yeah, excuse my lack of Nissan nerddom here. I have no idea what the paint code is here, but awesome. This one looks pretty much OEM. And it's got a DWorkx sticker on the back. I don't know if Danny chucks these stickers on every customer car, but I don't know. I couldn't see Danny driving this. I don't know him very well, but he doesn't scream like a Pikachu fanboy to me. Ooh, up there on the dyno, what do we got? Stagia RS4. Got a Laurel here. What is this, a C34? C34 Laurel. I don't know. I'm not too up on our Laurels. We don't have too many Laurels in BC, and if we do see them, generally they're C35s and not the earlier models. This one is clearly set up for drifting. It's been put through the ringer a couple times. Got some tape on there, a couple of drift scars, R33. Looks great though. And a bunch of stuff that's just used for daily driving duties. Suzuki Wagon R. That's so cool. All right, here's another Altezza. Seen better days, but nice wheel setup on here. It's actually not too bad. Just a headlight, a little bit offset. Ooh, what is going on there? Oh yeah. Yeah, that's not good. Some of these cars, when they hit the track, they don't always come back in one shape. And this C34 Laurel is one of those. So we were driving it the other day, and I was supposed to film a video on it, like behind the wheel, going driving on a local toge. But something happened. Danny was at a drift event a couple of days ago, and as things go, there was a collision. So here, it looks totally fine. It looks like, you know, aside from the missing front bumper, just easy access for repairs and whatnot. But if we come around to the side, yeah, that's unfortunate. That's sad to see. So of course, these Laurels all have RB25s. A lot of guys, what they'll do over in North America, they'll bring them over with a factory RB25 turbo. I believe I'm correct in saying, I don't know about the C34 generation, but the C35s, they only came auto only with the turbos. So you just manual swap it. You've got a pretty inexpensive rear wheel drive RB drift car that you can just open the taps on. Sad to see, but you know, it's all part of the game, guys. It's all part of the game. This is Keenan's Supra, of course. If you haven't watched the video on this, go watch it. We drove up Hakone Turnpike. It's about 750, maybe 800 wheel on kind of medium boost. Beautiful car. Daihatsu Move. That is not a pretty automobile. That is an ugly piece of machinery. It's these lights that kill it for me. And here is an incredibly clean Mark II. What are these wheels on here? Work Seeker. Super cool. I mean, this is insane. Danny was explaining to me the other day when we were here how he had to basically build this into the front fender here. It came with a little piece here, a chunk that you basically add on to the front bumper to then make it come up and out into this fender. So they did all that here and it looks so seamless. Looks so incredible. This is just like a cool street car. Of course, 1J under the hood too. And this one, I believe, is pretty much stock under the hood. Maybe bolt-ons, but that's about it. You can see the front mount down there, but we were just talking about, you interrupted us. You guys interrupted us mid-conversation.
Shame on y'all.
The state of Tokyo's car week.
Yes.
And it's crazy because this falls in the new year, right after everybody's had a break. So it's like quiet, boom. So this is, or last week, I guess, was the busiest year kind of the year.
Yep, definitely.
Or busiest week, sorry.
Yeah, definitely. It's because we have the holidays. We have New Year's where everything is closed for about a week and a half. I took that entire week and a half off to sit at the crib and do nothing.
Good,
because I knew that this was coming, but I didn't know it was going to be quite this crazy. You know what I mean?
It gets crazier every year is what you were telling me.
Yeah, every single year. When the Auto Salon Week happens, because I've been doing this since 2018.
Nice.
And every single year that it happens, I always think it can't possibly get any crazier next year. And then boom, next year is like, hold my beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, hold on, what you said? All right, yeah, bet.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. And I never had a chance to go to Daikoku, and I still haven't been. Did I miss the boat on that? You can say yes.
If you would have asked me this 2 days ago or 3 days ago,
yeah,
I would have said yes.
Ah, dang.
But after last night, I would say no. It's still pretty hot and popping out there. I was shocked. The enthusiasts were out there, local nationals. The guys from Top Rank were out there with a 400R. It was wild.
Insane.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Keenan, you picked me up at the station. Thanks again for that.
Yeah, always, man.
But you were telling me, yeah, you're cruising next to a 400R.
Yeah.
On the freeway, I've seen one of those cars parked in person.
Yeah.
And it's stories like those that I'm sure for a lot of you guys get them excited to hopefully eventually one day come here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even if they get a fraction of that.
Yeah, absolutely. You know? It's just one of those moments where we were driving and my homeboys in the car with me and I saw it and it said 400R on the side. I'm like, there's no way. There's no way that just happened.
It's not real.
And I looked at him like, yo, it's not real. He's like, no, it's real. I'm like, what do you mean it's real? He's like, yo, it's got California plates. I've only seen one. And it turns out when we got to Daikoku, that was the car he saw in California. They shipped it back over here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, and I forgot to show you guys Keenan's Daily.
Yeah, the DD.
Yeah, a little bit easier to drive in traffic than the Supra.
Much more comfortable and quiet too.
Yeah.
And we are gonna pull up.
Ooh, that's insane, dude. That's like I'm blocking my eyes from the sun right now.
Gold member. Yeah. So this is our custom manifold. This is fully DWorkx. We had it manufactured. We did a lot of R&D to get these manifolds ready and everything.
That's awesome.
This is our 2J one, the very first one. It's going to go in our shop car on our Supra.
Yep.
And then in the future, we're working on the RB manifold next.
That's usually what companies do, I found, is they'll start with the JZs are a little bit more popular, so they'll start with JZs and then they'll trickle down.
Yep, exactly.
RVs.
Exactly. And then the SR20 guys are already hitting us up like, hey, come on now, where they at? Let's get going, you know?
If you guys saw the last video, when we talked to Danny 6 years ago, his workspace at that old shop was very small. He was working, I believe, on an R33 GTR at that time, and it was a bit of a tight space, but here, they're expanding quickly.
Yeah, so this is our JZX 100. We actually just finished the body work on this. It's got wide body. All right, we're up.
Now, I don't know if that has a welded diff or a 1.5 way or a 2-way, but wow, rowdy.
Man, the clutch in this thing feels so weird. It feels really weird. It's got that diff too.
Yeah, do you know if this is like a 2-way or a welded or what?
This is a 2-way.
Okay, yeah.
2-way diff.
Yeah.
One thing we won't do here is work with welded. Danny's very, very meticulous in what parts he wants to use and what parts he doesn't. So a lot of the times when customers hit us up, he always screens them first to see if the parts are something that he wants to work with or use.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the times here in Japan, people stick with parts that are from the old school way or just based on the reputation of a certain company. Me, myself, I'm the opposite, and that's actually what led me to meet Danny, is the fact that I just want something that works.
Totally.
You know, I don't really care where it comes from or anything like that, as long as it works and it's durable and it's efficient for modern day.
Yeah, and if you're just lightly driving something, hey, you can get away with like an old journal bearing turbo and like, you know, these cool parts that some people would just rather have on a shelf.
Yeah,
to
exactly.
be honest,
exactly.
You know, like,
yeah, just office art.
Yeah, exactly. No, totally. Can we pop the hood real quick?
Yeah, absolutely. A very simple, clean build. We wanted to make her look nice because we want to be able to give the customer an option, because this car is for sale.
Cool.
So we want to be able to give the customer options to be able to pick out what they want for their own build. I mean, we could build this according to our perspective and how we like it, but that doesn't really benefit the customer who's buying it, because that may not be something that they want.
Yeah.
So we let them kind of pick and choose how they want their car to be, because at the end of the day, it's got to suit them.
And like we were talking about the other day, it's so much easier when a customer has a direction.
Yes.
They have like a final vision of what they're going to use the car for.
Yeah.
What's the spread, let's say, between JZs and RBs that you guys are building?
It fluctuates according to the era. There was one point where at the shop we had so many Supras and Aristos there, and like every other motor in the shop was a 2J.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Danny's the RB guy. The one thing with the RB you can't beat is the sound. Like,
dude,
a 2J will never sound as good as an RB. Like,
wow,
I don't care
all
what
right.
anybody says. Like, I don't.
You heard it here first.
Bleeps what anybody says. Yeah.
Okay. What about 2J versus 1J? Because I almost think
every day of the week.
There you go.
Yeah. The reason why I think that though is because the 1J has the Yamaha tuned head.
Yeah.
I mean, like, what else would you expect from a company that makes musical instruments tuning a head?
I love that.
You know what I mean? So it's just, I'll be sitting at a light in this thing, and then a stock JZX 100 with just a straight pipe, and that's it passes by. I'm like, oh man, this car sounds so much better than mine. Like, it's nearly bone stock.
Yeah.
You know, so they sound so violent. Put a 1J or a 2J in a car like this. So this is a friend of the shop.
So cool. And honestly, it fits pretty well. Like, I would say 2, maybe 2.5, like half the engine is behind the front axle.
Yeah, it almost looks like it belongs in there.
No, 100%. Yeah, to me, I think like, oh, it's gonna be really tough to fit this in, and it'll obviously change the handling characteristics.
Yeah.
A little bit, but for me, it's probably worth the trade-off.
Yeah, because I mean, you throw more power at it and throw in a good like hydro e-brake or something like that, you'll overcome the understeering. So yeah, because it'll probably understeer a little bit more since it comes over the front axles a little bit, like compared to the SR, but it makes up for it with power.
Now, do you know what this is running ECU-wise?
Yeah, Link. Yeah, Link G4X. We use Link in just about every single car that we have here. We do tune other ECUs and everything, Haltech and the whole 9 yards and whatnot, but Link, they're one of our partners, and we always use their products. So.
Well, and two, that probably speeds up the tuning process, especially if somebody comes in looking like we were talking about for a certain thing. You can just probably real quick be like, oh, with this, and that, we can get you there.
Yeah, exactly. And we sell those things so fast. The links, they fly off the shelves. It's hard to keep those things in stock. I know Link ECU Japan, I know we work their nerves.
Are there any differences that you see as far as trends go with either parts or things people are doing here that maybe people in North America haven't caught on to yet? Or no, is
Not
it kind of...
really, because Danny does all of our builds and he watches everything. He gets a lot of influence from people in the States and people in Australia, you know, and he brings that here to Japan. So I'd like to think that he's actually modernizing the automotive culture here in Japan, bringing in from parts from overseas and using parts that work. Because a lot of the times here, people are still using F-cons and everything. Like, people are still using F-cons. Yeah, we've had people ask, like, do you tune F-cons? Like, no, we don't want to mess with that.
Or like a friend of mine imported 3 S15s a couple of years ago, and there was the BR.
Yeah, they had the BR, they had the red rev thing.
Yeah.
A lot of people here, they still do it, man. They still run F-cons, Power FCs and everything.
Power
like
FCs.
Yeah.
So many cars come up at auction.
Yeah.
And they've got Power FCs and stuff.
Yeah, it's like, man.
Somebody installed this 20 years ago,
Yeah.
and they never took it out.
Yep.
It was just
and
good
like,
enough.
I think that, like, as you get older as a human being and you change and everything, I feel like a car is the same way. The drive-by-wire
Oh, this
system,
one's
you know?
drive-by-wire on here. Wow.
Yeah, the drive-by-wire, that's another thing we do to modernize. So this car right here, this is a customer's car. It's getting a fully built 1.5J.
All right.
And it's gonna be his full dedicated drift car. And then this over here is a Frankenstein creation. This is one of our friend's cars. This is a S14, and it's a, I think it's a Koki, but the front end is a 180.
Oh,
So
weird.
it's got the pop-up headlights
Yeah.
and everything. So he's building this himself. And then this one here is a long-term friend of ours. He actually competes in D1. This is his drift car.
Beautiful, man.
And Danny built it a long time ago. He's got a long history with this gentleman here.
Wow.
And he always brings it back to us every couple of years for a revamp. He brought it back to us a couple of months ago. And Danny retuned it and rebuilt it and everything. I'm not sure what it's here for now, though. Sometimes cars like this, they'll make like 450 or something like that.
That's
and
pretty
then,
modest.
Yeah, and then you'll have Saito Daigo out there making like 1,100 horsepower, you know what I mean, with a NASCAR V8, you know, so it's really diverse. So we actually tuned this car not too long ago.
Dang, all right.
Yeah.
That engine bay is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane. I mean, I'm noticing a trend here, you guys. This is obviously par for the course.
Yeah.
A ton of S chassis.
Yeah.
A ton of SR20s. And then Danny comes in with his RBs.
Yep, that's how he does. Yep.
Sprinkling a couple JZs. That's about it.
Yeah.
You know, three engines. That's really all you need.
Yeah. The 180 right here, that's a friend of the shop's, Shane's. And then the JZX90 in there that Ugo is working on doing the body work also belongs to him. It's getting wide body.
And you guys, a huge difference driving around Tokyo or even here 90 minutes outside the city, you'll just see fully built drift cars just outside people's houses on the way here, like 2 blocks away from the shop. Bone stock R32.
Yep.
Probably owned by some family since new.
Just sits there collecting dust.
Yeah.
And then we saw the JZX 100 on the side of the road, and then we saw the monstrosity Benz. This R32 right here is getting a full Napric build. I think we have the block back already.
Okay.
So we just need to piece everything together, and then should be ready to make some power, throw her on the dyno, and send her back to the customer.
Awesome. Yeah, so not just drift cars, street cars, just power.
Yeah. I used to do a lot of track driving back in the day until the prices of super surged. Now I don't do it anymore.
That's the curse, man.
Yeah.
Everybody, all the R34 GTRs, people swoop in, they use them as investments.
Yep. Oh, it's so bad.
It's a gift and a curse.
It's so bad, yeah. And then this is another one of our partners right here. We have DG5 suspension magic coilovers for days. These are the only coilovers we use.
Okay.
They're amazing. I mean, the customers can bring their own coilovers if they want, but these are the ones we choose to put on our own personal cars.
Where is this company from?
They're from right here.
Oh,
right
wow.
here, yeah, right here in Japan. Yeah,
Cool.
they're in Nagano. Okay. Actually, I believe it's Nagano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At some point, shop space becomes incredibly valuable.
Yeah. Sorry for the mess, y'all. You know, it's like when somebody comes into your house and it's just all messed up. It was clean like 5 days ago, but then we got really, really busy. So yeah.
Yeah, organized chaos though.
Organized chaos. I like that. I say that all the time.
Yep.
So.
Sounds like my life.
And then up here we have a bunch of used parts. Some of these are customer parts that were in their cars that we just took out temporarily, like the bumper right there is for the JZX100 in the corner and the seats and everything. But a lot of these parts are our parts. We got to get up here and organize. And a lot of these parts are actually for sale. We got a website coming pretty soon where we'll be listing used parts and everything. So yeah, you can buy from all over the world. We'll ship anywhere in the world.
Can I like look around?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Cool,
whatever you
man.
want. So.
Ooh, that is something I would not have expected to see here. Is that a Mitsubishi 3-liter V6?
It is, yeah, it is. I have no idea why it's here or what we're doing with it.
Man, I drove an MR, a GTO MR. That's
The white
important.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing was sick.
It's a pretty cool car.
Yeah.
It's for like a long drive cruising, powerful. It's fun, man.
Yeah, they're just stunning to look at, especially the Koki's, the one with the black headlights.
Yes.
And everything.
Yeah.
So.
Thanks for showing me around, bro.
Yeah, no worries. We're always happy to have you.
Yeah, not even just here, but like you guys off camera. Keenan's been picking me up and stuff from the train stations.
I'm his personal Uber.
Pretty much. I mean, hell, not a bad Uber. 700 horsepower Supra. All right, you guys. Yeah, Keenan's stuff is all in the description. DWorkx, Danny's there. See you guys next time. Oh, there we go. This was just kind of on a whim, and I figured I'd throw it into the end of this video. So, and obviously, you guys, I don't condone any illegal activity, let's just say, but we're here in Japan. I'm covering Japanese car culture, and this is where drifting was born. This is it. We're here in the homeland. So when an opportunity like this presents itself, I don't say no. We're just gonna have some fun.
Who y'all to test me? Big fish should take a group of y'all to catch me. I draw quicker when it start getting sketchy. A bunch of them think they hard, just edgy. I put my heart in this, it's heavy, but my palms ain't sweaty. My feet stand steady.
Dude, that is a rush. I thought for a second we might hit Keenan's Supra. Fly away.